and
Hello,
that
bro.
tenure of a player like
How you
Mel
doing?
that has taken them to that next level.
You also
How's,
need to think that
Prac
Dot's
going?
just lost as well. You know? So
Fucking
maybe
insane.
that's maybe
Yeah?
I say I'm going to put
I mean, I'm just
350.
happy, like honestly.
I think she's going to
I don't
be an
wanna,
absolute animal. I think that she's going to be extremely
give
confident.
too much away, but no, it's going
Yes,
well.
I think that she's going to be breaking
Nice.
some.
Oh,
Yes, I
who-
think that this
what
is how the
is
chart
this?
is supposed to be.
Someone saying in your
Even
chat, I
against
heard
our
Alpha
opponents
dropped
today,
40. What
Falcons
is
Big,
this, bro?
yes, they did so well.
I don't want to get in trouble, you know, that's
Probably,
the...
probably a good guess, to be honest.
Also, I was looking at
I
the
mean,
top of
probably
the
did.
not the eyelid.
Can you give us any info on Leo?
I'm expecting
You're
just
breaking about
average
Leo at the moment, right?
performance, which is
Sayonara for
300
off-season.
ACS and like
Yeah, Sayos
25
here
kills.
for
I give it
Red
least
Bull
impressive
minimum, you know,
floor
so
show.
Maybe that's
it's
why.
nice.
You're
He's
you're
good,
used
man.
to it
Like, I
with
was-
the flow
I
show.
know,
I
see it
was
every
kind
time,
of
every time.
not
Okay, well, now we
necessarily
gotta
like
talk about
everybody
Falcons
knows that
Vega.
the kid's
They
good,
had
right? But
a
he is
fantastic
really
day one. That
good.
was just
Like
yesterday. They won in a
even like the stuff that you can't see is really nice.
ALG,
He's
one of
a
the
little young,
fastest, most
you know.
dominant,
So
two maps that we've
I-
seen so far this tournament.
I want to say that
I mean,
it's kind of what you would
heading into
expect,
this
bringing a
game, obviously,
16-year-old in,
Falcons
you know.
over this year have
Yeah.
been mega
But
consistent.
in game,
That
dude,
has
the
been
guy
the
is
greatest
Yeah,
aspect of
he's
them as a team.
he's an
unreal.
insane headshot.
In the top three. And there's a
it's unreal.
reason
Like
why.
some of the stuff that I've seen him do. Like there was a
In totality,
in his
all five
announcement,
players
there's like a
offer
3K
lot,
that he did.
but with the win over
And it was like literally like the second day of prep with him. And he just did one of the best 3Ks that I think I've ever seen, where he was like, he flicked between like 3 targets and he just instantly killed them. I was like,
I
damn,
think that
okay.
you have to give
That's
props
how it is, huh?
to a lot of the players. Mad B,
Yeah, it's
Dogi
nice.
is
You guys
the
are, like,
Spanish
set him
player
up
getting the
pretty
first
well as
days of
well,
the tournament.
like
I
giving
will
him this
mention it
experience.
again. Lexa
Yeah.
playing without only 2 weeks
Yeah, it's
notice.
really nice
Mary
with,
back in this
Kayak
stage
as well.
where she lifted
Really
the
like,
trophy. There's so many
I'm
things.
happy with how
And
stuff's going now.
honestly,
Nice.
it's good that it was like an easy win. because
Min
look
Max
at the
Alotto,
performance
thank you
that
for
we
the 3
Somehow
months. Thank you.
it
after
all
winning
worked
the
out, you
opening
know.
match. This is the kind of performance
Yeah,
that
yeah,
now
yeah.
Falcons is gonna have to.
It gets a little bit
Make
worrying,
really good
but it
points
sounds
there.
like
We are going to
everything's
dive into that
working out well.
after we hear a bit from Mad V. Got to speak to her earlier today.
What have you been up to? Just the usual? Just watching?
Hey,
Dude, I
Victoria,
lost my
and I'm
voice for
here
like
with Shopify's
3 days.
Mel.
I don't know what's
Now,
going on.
You're a
Yeah,
very
yeah, I
familiar
think I
face,
talk
and
wrong,
we
man.
all
I need
know
to
you
learn
wanna
how to
get that
speak
trophy
properly.
in person.
What's that?
But you know
Then
what?
I just use like
Beyond that,
my
what do
girlfriend
you
said
want
about it. She's a singer.
Shopifyers
I
or
use like
yourself
my
to be
throat voice
remembered
instead of my
by
stomach
this year?
voice or something.
That's a good question.
Should take
I
singing
want my
lessons,
team
you know?
to be remembered
this is what she
as the
said.
team that works the hardest. I think Valorant is something
Fucking
we all take
nice.
super seriously. It consumes
You
our
just
entire
made, like,
lives. Like,
oh my
whenever
god,
you
they
walk by our prac
executed
room, we're either
me!
practicing,
Doing
doing
a
server, or
buzz to
everyone's
stream,
playing
yeah.
ranked.
Fucking
So we're
nice.
very obsessed with the game, and I think it's very hard to outwork us. So I hope that
Someone
our
in your
hard work is
chat
reflected
just
in our matches.
called you a throat goat.
Yeah,
How do you feel
well,
about that?
Much respect to that and all the best in
Don't
your
read
match
don't do a
today.
Tarek and read
Thank
everything.
you. Back to you guys.
Nah, this one's on like, this one's fine. It's on the
Now,
line
here
of, you know,
at Game
what is
Changer
acceptable, I think.
Championships, we saw a couple of firsts. Yes. Kukuka, take
they're
us
talking
through
about the
them.
comp
Do you have any
now.
favorites?
This is how you defend your region. Oh my God, Falcons was
I think this
unreal
comp's cool.
yesterday.
What do you
They
make
brought
of
a new
Yoru?
composition for
Yoru,
Split.
with
It
this,
was the
I would
first
always
time that they
use,
appeared at a global event.
I would
It was the
always
first
use
global
a
event,
Raze
of
with
course,
this
for
comp.
Matt V. The first time that she played on the Deadlock.
Do you think
and
the
we
Matt?
saw
Have you seen
some
Matt V play?
amazing
Matt V's
things
insane.
happening on Split.
Yeah.
Something that ALG was not ready
She's really
to
good.
fight
They're really
against.
good.
And I think that this.
Actually, I think the race kind of fits in well, but then I guess that they are scared to not have any flashes, which also makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's fine these days if you have like pro schools for getting through stuff. You just gotta be a bit more careful with like the fade utility.
Yeah. Have you like, do you not have any, are you not antsy to like be with the team, or are you just really enjoying what you're doing right now?
I just enjoy what I'm doing, to be honest.
That's fair.
The thing is, like, I miss bits of competing, but even I still kind of missed it when I was coaching, right? It didn't really cure that itch, so I don't think it's like the same comparison. I do miss working in a team, but I also
All eyes are on this match
don't
as
like
Falcons
relying on
Vega,
other
who
people.
debuted yesterday on the stage with
Like, I
one
hate
of the
that-
fastest
I
and
hate
most
that
dominant
sometimes it's
matches
just out of
so
your control.
far against
That
ALG.
annoys me.
But
I
they're
like being in
facing
control of
Shopify
everything, so
Rebellion,
you know
the defending
that you're the one
champions
to
here
blame.
at Game Changers.
Especially with
Say a lot
esports
about
players,
that
man.
split, but obviously
Like,
with the changes in the map
I love
pool now, Shopify Rebellion do not have to
all
worry
of the players
about
that I've
that
worked
Lotus
with,
anymore,
but
that they have been banning a
we
lot.
get
just
sunset
that,
They just banned what they
you know, in
didn't
order to
like
get this good at
yesterday,
video games, you have to
and,
make
Falcons
certain
is kind of
sacrifices.
Super hard into the neon, and it makes
How's,
sense. Floor is
how
the
are you
exact
viewing
kind of player you
the
want on
ISO
neon.
stuff?
The crazy,
I mean,
super fast,
you don't have to give anything away, but I imagine you're still kind of playing it on Haven, or you've had experience watching it and understanding it on Haven.
I've seen it for sure, right?
Yeah.
Like I've seen them play it.
Teams play some pretty
during trials, like it was just easiest, you know, to run stuff that they were already familiar with. I think it's I mean, even now, like I think he's a good agent. I think he's in like a pretty good spot. And this feels like the first time where we have a proper. I mean, I guess we're still in like double initiator meta, but I don't think it's as harsh as we've had it in the past. You know, it feels like a lot of teams are just running, even looking at like scrims. This fifth slot is honestly any
It's
character. I've
open,
seen
right?
double duelist. Yeah, I've seen double duelist. Even now with Vice, like before you had Deadlock. Deadlock Cypher on Ascent, right? And some people still running like Vice on some maps. There's like a double senti. All of this stuff is
I think everything's in a pretty good spot apart from like Neon, I guess. But I still think there's some stuff you can do. I think Ice is very underrated. Yeah, I think again, just being able to throw double damage and it going that fast is super strong.
I mean, very nearly 13-0'd on that second map, but they have a whole other level.
Yeah, I think the meta's in a really good spot. The little small tweak to Neon, and then it's one of the best it's been.
I honestly forgot that Mel was like sick last time they won it, so for her, like I really hope that they go back to back. I also kind of want to give it to G2000.
Yeah, it's dude, it should be real fun. If we get like a, I mean, top 4 looks pretty close to like teams.
Do you think Zipto's in there?
Relax.
Little soon, guys.
Yeah, I do. I would say Zipto, Emma, BR, Shop, and G2. I'm really high up on MIBR, by the way.
I think they look good.
Winning it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What makes them so good?
I just so out of all the finals I watched, I just felt like they're the most together, like pure fundamentals, just straight up, just trading, spacing.
Okay, Mary's gonna send it on the ult.
I think that's so important. Dude, the backup Bucky when you have ult is the most terrifying thing ever.
Falcons adjust it. Have a little bit more commitment to A lobby, and SR is not heading that direction. This looks to be fast towards C.
No backup, no nothing.
Let's break the trip. Yeah, Shock to break the standard trip, so you can absolutely send it. Stun at the back as well. Like, look how nice this is. We've got a recon as well in case anyone wants to send it through the smoke. Like, it's so perfect. Yeah, and Falcons call a timeout for their big buy rounds, and they just get absolutely run down on C. Yeah, you kind of have to save.
These options are already
It must
limited.
feel so bad though, bro. Like imagine this coach is like trying to keep his players together. It's like, guys, I have the solution. And then just Flora goes,
yeah, they just run at you.
It must be so nice to like have your star player be this like impactful consistently.
Such a beast, yeah.
There might be an angle where Toki actually wrapping around
She's
on that late
almost
flank is looking
eligible
for
for
some guns
VCT,
on
right?
the opposite side, but at this point
I
you're
think
playing
she is.
Ava and Ultimate online.
Maybe I think she might. No, actually, I remember because I was talking with some friends about this. I think she already is, but I think it's good for her to like have a little bit more. I think honestly, after a tournament like this, if they do super well, probably honestly ready.
Yeah, you'd at least be tempted to trial, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think surely she's top in trial. Surely, like, just off of her like, mechanics alone, being a world champion and everything.
Get an ult orb for yourself. And
I was
just
talking with the boys
away.
about this.
Falcons
So
have not found an answer early in the round.
in CS, apparently some of the marginalized rosters would arguably play like cleaner CS than some of the like all-male rosters historically. And I think in Valorant you can see that with some of these teams as well. I remember Cloud9 White would have like some of the most insane strategies that I've ever seen. Like sound strategies, you know.
It happened a lot. There was like I was speaking to the Fnatic coach of the CS, Keita, and he used to like I used to do this as well with him. We used to watch the like their version of Game Changers, like the female teams, because they just had like brand new one-way smokes. Like, they had so many one-way smokes that like other teams weren't using. I feel like every map's pretty much attack sided in this game at the moment. What's the defense side of map at the moment? Split? And even that's
absolutely
questionable.
insane work to
Yeah,
close
Pearl
things
is gonna
out.
be
That said,
attack-sided as
Falcons
well.
are not going to go quietly. This team
Sunset is
bounced back
pretty
before, and they're going to be coming back in a little minute.
There's absolutely a chance,
Ascent.
but Shopify Rebellion, they are
Ascent
feeling
switched,
good
though,
on
because
that
it was
stage.
You think
always
Ascent
And I bet they're
switched?
not the only ones
Dude, everyone in
feeling good,
Pacific
'cause we
always
have some
talks about this
special
because the
guests
Pacific games
standing
always
by
end
with
like
Uber in the crowd.
7-5 on
Some
attack.
SR super
Nah, I
fans.
think in normal regions, like
Thank you very
in
much, Mimi and Ender.
you
Yeah, it's a
know,
good time to be a Shopify
Yeah.
Rebellion
the
fan.
more
and here
organized
on this stage, I'm
regions, I
joined by
want to say, I
Sarkon
feel like it's
and
still
Layla.
slightly lenient for
Big fans
defense,
are
but
getting very here for Shopify Rebellion in the crowd. Now, I'm
Normal
obviously here with
region.
Sorokon,
Yeah, we actually
probably,
wrecked him.
in fact, definitely the biggest Shopify
I'm sorry,
Rebellion
guys.
fan.
You know what I mean, though.
Sorokon,
Like,
you
I
follow
feel
the
like
team to a few
APAC
events.
is the
How are you
one
feeling
that
to be
I
here
like
Rebellion?
it. You know,
It's interesting. Like, it's very
what's the
cold
word?
from
Like
Florida, so
coloring
it's, like,
inside the
dying
lines? Is that like a
here.
saying?
Yeah.
In Dutch we say it like
I
that.
love seeing them
I feel
win.
like
It's like,
APAC does the least of that.
I love the momentum they're starting to pick up here in
I'm
map
like that
one,
myself
and
as
I'm
well,
really
you know.
confident that
So
we'll win
That's
again.
Paper X, man.
You have seen
yeah,
so many
exactly.
moments here from
Like
Shopify
they're
Rebellion.
the perfect
What's your
team, but
favorite
even
moment
Talon,
as a fan
like I
of
feel
this
like
team? Someone who's
Gen
gone around the
G,
world to see so
to
much
some
of their
degree,
games.
they
I'm gonna say the
even now,
floor
like in the offseason, they
collab
tried
on
some
the
like
second to
weirder
last round
looking
of
stuff,
the
you know.
championship
Like
last year,
Abyss has
'cause
always
Floor
been
got a
pretty
collab on
unique. I feel like the
Ascent,
pro
and that-
comp that they
that
ran is
made
pretty
me know that
unique.
it was
So
over. I knew we won
Yeah.
right
Oh,
there
I like that.
after Team Liquid.
Was literally a menace
Fucking
to
nice.
the other team.
That's
They
a
were
cool
not
mug,
able
by the
to-
way, that
to
you
adapt.
have.
So on the side
Yeah,
of
right.
Can
Falcons,
someone
I agree. There could be that
did
deadlock,
you
there
like
could be that
make it
Euro.
yourself? Did you
Yeah,
go for
I
make
made
it?
it.
You know,
I
they
painted
don't go back to that,
I painted all the.
use the
So
conversation
there's a
where we,
backstory.
you know,
I actually had
you feel
another one,
uncomfortable
and
just the
then
agent that you're playing, but
it got
that's
stolen.
not that extra
Like at the
edge that you
store.
need to be winning
Yeah,
at an
yeah.
international
It got
event.
stolen at the
Are you
store.
guys
So I made
think
one.
this could
I
be a
spent like 2
three-mapper?
hours making it,
Well,
and
I
then
hope
came
so,
back to
otherwise
collect
that's
it, and then
my
someone
part.
someone
Mary
had
is.
stolen it.
Mary is.
So
She's
yeah,
there.
I
That's
hope
crazy,
it's
that's
a
wild.
remapper, so I don't
Someone
have to
purposely
spend
came in and
my
just stole my
money.
mug.
Well, that's really good motivation.
It's hot
I
property,
suppose.
what can I say?
Mad V, as
Yeah.
I
Stolen in
mentioned
Iceland, dude. It's like the
earlier,
first ever
said
crime in Iceland.
She
It's
might be
my
playing
mug.
something a little bit different to add on to her.
Yeah, I had to make a
Rolodex
new one, but
of,
they made me. I got to
agents
make this
there,
new one for free, so it was
to add on to the ISO,
was
to the
good, but
Clove, maybe
time I'll never
something
get back, I
along those
guess.
The Clove would be a little
And this was
crazy,
better than
and
the
if that
original one I
monitor
made,
does
so.
not deceive
See,
us,
nah,
we
you
might
should
be running
let
it
someone
back
steal
on
it
the
again,
ISO.
and then you'll have the
That
ultimate
is
mug.
crazy.
Okay, yeah.
I like
Let's
the
get all the
ISO a
practice
lot.
in.
I don't think I've
It's actually
ever
me
watched it
stealing
on a
it, just
set
to make sure that I can get it perfect.
I am open to this.
Can I ask you?
Especially if this ends up
Here we go.
Yeah, no, it's like because I know that you were like a little bit affiliated
She wins
with
it
Liquid
anyway.
last year,
Not a
right?
care in
Still,
the world
I mean,
for
still am, but
Mary.
yeah, go on.
That's
No,
Mel
but
taken
like
down, and
you were
well, Mary's already across the map
helping them,
towards B.
or like you offered your help. There was like some sort of collaboration.
Not really,
They
but
really
but
want to
go on.
make it. I think Alexis might
No, that's
lose
what I
the
thought.
ultimate
That's
with
what I
No,
thought.
no,
That's
no.
what I was gonna ask if you,
To
because
sell
I
that
like
hit
I
as the rest of the
know
team
that
works into
whoever's in charge is kind of shifted,
Falcons
right?
are
And I know
not
you're
playing
friends
this
with Eamon,
rotation.
but
Still two
I assume it
players
was
on
mostly
that
because
side.
of like
Shopify,
Bacon. I
they'll
don't know
send
what
even
he's.
more in.
No,
They
yeah,
continue to
I helped.
teleport.
Okay, so there's
Mary's
been
out of
2
the
years
picture.
where I haven't been
Now it's
working
only two
like
on
with
B.
Liquid.
That could still
I
be enough.
helped with
To deal
Anti
with
against
Shopify,
K-Corp.
already a player down. The dart's
I
perfect,
gave him
though.
a one and done
Sarah
comp
again
on,
stepping up to the occasion, and the team follows up on the
and that was
info
against
well.
the old K-Corp, like the Scream K-Corp.
Alexis falls massive as the
So that was
ultimate is taken out of her
2022
hands.
or 2023?
Well done from
No,
Token to play
2023.
that.
And then I made an Icebox
Very
comp
low
for
health,
them in
no
2022
flashes, no paranoia.
because
They have to
in
challenge
lock-in
this
I knew they
angle.
were going to lose Icebox if they played it, but they didn't choose to use it.
Now on to Noya.
And then
It's Mary and Mad
Bacon
V, and not finding
called
the
me for like an
angle just
hour
yet. Noya swings
before,
in again, and
or
second
not even called,
opportunity.
I just spoke to
Mary will
Bacon for
take
like an
that.
hour in the,
Falcons, don't let the bonus round slip away.
I can't remember who they played, when they played the
Major opener
Chamber
there
Reina
from
comp.
Mary
Might have been
over
against
at
Koi or
A-Main, was
something.
that?
Or Gentleman.
Yeah.
That was it. That's literally all I've done in the
Phoenix
last 2
winning.
years.
Yeah,
For
then
like,
teleporting over to B, back over into A. Doesn't matter that Shopify did break
Because I
Falcons'
remember
ankles
speaking
just
to
a little
Emil
bit-
and he was
little
like,
bit.
"Yeah,
fighters
Sliggy's
from
a
Falcons are
streamer,
winning.
but he might
It's
still,
so
you
cool
know,
to see
be
this
around." But
matchup.
guess that didn't
because
come anything of that.
all
Then.
of
no, we were going to at the beginning when it was like, you know, the safe red guard
Yeah.
iteration, but it was way too many cooks. It's just pointless.
It's not quite the same
All I did
pieces,
was give him
but
an an icebox that they didn't want to use. But they should have used it. They should use it. It was good. It would have won one at least. Wizardly, it was Killjoy, Cypher,
go to school,
Icebox.
leaving G2 for a moment, now coming back on this Falcon team to bring them here.
A little bit crazy, but it was good for one.
What's your opinion on like pairing Cypher Deadlock you do?
Yeah, I think they're good. I mean, obviously to shoot the trips, right? You gotta. I think it works better with kill trips than it does info trips. Like people that try and set them up, but they do info trips, it doesn't really make sense. Like kill trips make sense because like you're going out, you can get a kill off the trip, and then no matter what, it gets shot, and then you're kind of out in the open with it. I think they make the most sense. I like Deadlock a lot with the Cypher. I think the Deadlock Cypher, the Deadlock Cypher stuff on Split is legit as well.
Lexi asked what my goals are for next season. I want to win. I said this to Colin. Like, I mean, I think everybody wants to win, but it feels like you have a very unique opportunity to actually do so. You know, everybody's always saying that they want to win, but a lot of projects are built for like future, like for the future. You know, whereas obviously I feel like I'm in a position right now where I can actually win. I want to show what it takes, that I can help build a team that has what it takes. You know.
Merci Kameto pour l'opportunité, merci à la Cacorp et tous ceux qui travaillent derrière bien évidemment, merci à Twix de nous aider sur le cast et de nous assister.
I think everybody wants to win though. Like that's the thing. So
il y a encore des surprises après, moi je le sais. Attention.
But I think that's the mindset that you need to have, you know. What Americans team do I think will do best this year? I mean, I was very surprised that Sentinels lost to Energy, because I think the Sentinels roster should be like the most insane roster on paper in Americas, but they have a very like solid league right now. All the American teams I feel like are pretty strong, you know. So honestly I feel like most of them can do a very good job. It's very hard to tell right now, guys. Honestly, like we've seen teams for like essentially we've seen teams in like their undeveloped state so far, right? Like taking these off-season events, I think the Red Bull event will be like the first one where you can get like a proper idea of how good teams are, if that makes sense, you know, because they've practiced for a month and a half or so, and they are actually like leading up to something. Like they've got enough practice under the belt.
Après une pause exceptionnelle, et Arthur, mesdames et messieurs.
Almada was really good. I mean, he was very interesting. He's a very good personality as well. He was. I think it's just a little bit difficult for him to play on like such high peak. The first day he looked really good, and the second day he looked very good still, but it was just a little bit like worse overall. But he's a very solid player.
Hello.
Hey, welcome back. So which one of these comps do you prefer?
What are the comps? This is just a breach KO diff.
Yeah.
I prefer. I mean, honestly, with the Neon, I would say breach, but just because of stun diff.
I mean, it does give a first insights in the role, right? That's interesting though. Groovy is on Senti.
Oh yeah.
And Shadows is on Sova.
Non, moi je suis confiant sur les pistoles.
They got two smokes as well, right? The rumors are true.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think they said it in the announcement as well.
Yeah.
Who do you think is the best player in the server right now?
Let me actually go over everyone. It's probably okay. I would say Elite, but honestly, I probably potential. I would say Martin. Why? Who'd you say?
I'd say probably Shadows. Shadows or Martin. I think that's a valid shout.
Well.
I don't know, I feel like Shadows is more consistent. Like, I guess, I don't know, he wasn't very good for the first split, honestly, but the second split, like, if it's recent, you know, I feel like Shadows is probably the best.
Yeah.
It's like whole year, it's probably Martin, yeah.
Dude, oh, this is furious at you.
Why?
You don't know, it's probably a good thing you don't have chat up.
He called me out because I didn't say one of his friends. This is a joke, please. Don't cancel me, please, Mr. Artis. Thank you so much for having me, man.
Thank you for coming on, appreciate it. Yeah, good luck with packing stuff as well.
Thank you. Bye-bye, man.
Peace, bro.